Good morning, everybody, on this Wednesday, September 23rd. This hair is driving me nuts. It just keeps like falling down in front of my face. Well, you can see it curled down. Ugh. Curly hair, you know, you can never control it. And you can't really understand unless you've had curly hair. And I always complain about my curly hair growing up. I used to have really thick hair, and it's thinned out significantly as I've aged, but I used to have super thick, super curly hair when I was younger. And my mom always used to say, you know, if you had straight hair, you'd hate straight hair and want curly hair, and with your curly hair, you hate it, want straight hair. I said, but if I had straight hair, I could curl it anytime I want to. I've come to find out as I've gotten older, that's not the case. There are several people who have straight hair that just will not hold a curl. But that's okay, my hair won't hold straight either. Like when I do straighten it, which I hardly ever do because it takes too long. But when I do straighten it, any hint of moisture and it starts to wave and curl back up. So anyway, it is morning. It's 8:15 right now. I've been working for about 45 minutes. At 8:45, I'm heading to the endodontist to get this tooth checked out. It's still causing me some sensitivity, not really pain. And like I push on it, I feel like there's like a pin jabbing me in the jaw. Got an email last night from the lawyer that I'm going to be using for my title insurance or whatever. He said that he had not gotten contacted by the bank, which I'm not real happy with my mortgage person, to be honest. I sent her an email. She responded on Sunday, and she still has not ordered the appraisal yet. I'm not sure if I told you guys that in yesterday's vlog, but she didn't order the appraisal yet. She wasn't going to order it till today. So 3 days in before she orders the appraisal, I gave her the name of the lawyer on Monday. The lawyer has not been contacted yet by the mortgage person. Yeah. So I'm a little upset. Anyway, gonna get my tooth checked out today. I feel like I'm trying to get things done, and I feel like nothing's getting done. And I know that that's not true. I mean, I know there's things going on behind the scenes. Yeah. The other thing is that the terms of sale that we signed, it says that we're going to have our closing at the seller's lawyer's office. And my lawyer also said in the email, he was like, do they know that you're getting your own lawyer? So I went back and I said, do I need to call them and let them know? Just let me know and I'll call them. So I'm gonna have to call the seller's lawyer today to be like, hey, I've got a different lawyer for title insurance. So we need to have the closing at that lawyer's office. I don't know why it matters. I mean, it's all legal stuff. I'm not a lawyer, so, you know, whatever. Anyway, got up early this morning, not real happy about it, and it was just one of those things where it just like kind of happened. Like, I think John left, and when he left, I think that the door clicked and might have woken me up. So excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. Let me see if I can find it. What time I got up? This says that I woke up at 5:25. I didn't wake up at 5:25. I woke up at about 5:45. And I'll tell you what though, I was out. Like pretty much, like usually when I go to bed, I start out on my left side. I'm a side sleeper. Start out on my left side, and then before I fall asleep, I flip over to my right side. I actually passed out last night on my left side, which is unusual. And I got up midnight, not at midnight, but mid the evening. It was like 2:30 in the morning. I got up to go to the bathroom, and yeah, but John left I think at 5:45, and I was up from that point forward. And then Neil got in the shower at 6 o'clock, and the bathroom is right beside our bedroom. And I actually said to Neil this morning, I was like, you know, Neil, one of the best things that's going to happen from this house is that no one going to the bathroom is ever going to wake me up again. Yeah. Because the way we're going to set up the apartment with our bedroom is our bedroom's going to be in the apartment living room. And then there's the little kitchen, and then on the other side of the kitchen is the bathroom and the bedroom. So even like John going to the bathroom and getting dressed in the bedroom area, which we're going to use like as a closet area, shouldn't wake me up. So yeah, it should be good. I don't know if I told you guys, but I think we decided not to convert the apartment into a master. We had talked about that. But I think we decided we're not going to do that. We're going to use it as our master, but we're not going to like to consolidate the electric, because like right now there's 2 electric boxes on the house. We're not going to consolidate the electric. We're not going to, we're not going to make it one, because the zoning in our township has changed since that apartment was built. That apartment was built in 1980. The zoning has changed, and right now if your house is zoned residential, you are not permitted, without going through a bunch of hoops, to add an apartment on your house. So because it's pre-existing, we are grandfathered in. We currently can use it as an apartment, we can rent it out, etc. It is a separate unit. It has its own separate electric. It has its own separate water heater. I don't know that the heating and cooling is separate. I'm gonna guess no, that the heating and cooling is not separate, but it does have its own separate electric. So I don't know, that's probably a question we need to ask. That hair though, it's probably a question we need to find out, is if the apartment has its own separate. I think we're gonna get so it has geothermal heating and cooling, and that they said who excuse me, who it was that has maintained it. Like they got it installed I think in 2007, and they have had a company come out and maintain it every year since it was installed, and we know the name of the company. So I think we're gonna call that company and have them come out and like explain the system and like do a check-in with it, and then just tell us like what all it covers and everything like that. But I don't think it has its own separate heating and cooling. Like I think it has its own thermostats maybe. I don't know. I don't know anything about it, the heating and cooling, but I know it has its own hot water heater. I know it has its own electric box. So anyway, long story short, we're going to maintain it as an apartment, even though we're going to live in there as our bedroom, because what we're thinking is after the boys move out in the future, like Nick's going to be here for at least 5 to 6 years. Well, he's got 6 years of school left, right? Well, would be his 6th year. So he's got like over 5 years of school left. So he won't be moving out for at least 5 or 6 years. Well, 6 years or more. And not that I want to believe, but we figure once he moves out, we might use the apartment as like short-term rental, like a Airbnb. We might do that. Because we can, the question is, do you want to live out in the middle of nowhere for a couple of days? Because we're pretty much on a little farmette, and we're literally out in the middle of nowhere. So not that we're out in the middle of nowhere. You can actually hear the highway. The interstate is like a mile down the road, mile and a half down the road, 2 miles down the road, something like that. You could hear the hum from the interstate on the property, but it's just a hum. It's not like crazy. There's also a little tiny airport. The airport is right beside the interstate. And when I say tiny airport, I mean it's one of those airports that you go if you are an individual who wants to learn how to fly a plane. So that's it. It's just like, it's like one runway. It's just really, really tiny. Like my father-in-law used to work for a company, he's retired now, but he used to work for a company in town, and it's a nationwide company. They do manufacturing, and they had a plant here in my town. And when the big wigs from the company would come and visit, they would fly into that airport. But it literally only has one runway. So it really is just for people who are learning how to fly. I used to work with a guy who was getting his pilot's license, and he used to fly out of that airport. So it's not anything big. It's not like we have like major flights coming or going or anything like that. In fact, it's just little tiny planes, and they fly overhead here actually, because we're, like I said, we're basically just that way, right behind you to where the new house is. So, but we have planes flying overhead here too, because of the airport. So anyway, that's gonna be it for this morning. It is 8:25. I'm gonna go brush my teeth real quick and get ready to head out. But I just wish my tooth would stop hurting. Yeah, it still hurts. Yeah, still hurts. They're trying to say it's my other tooth. It's not my other tooth. It's the tooth that they worked on. So, all right, I'm gonna go brush my teeth. I will see you guys after work and I will let you know what the endodontist said. All right, you guys, unfortunately it is 10 o'clock right now. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock right now. Anywho, I got a Wednesday underneath my arm and she's cooking me right now. She's very, very hot. Dogs are very, very hot. I also have a Nicholas over there biting his nails or something. Yeah, he's biting his nails. So that's a good time.
Not biting my nails.
He's biting his nails. Anyway, he's over there biting his nails and we're gonna go to bed because it is 10 o'clock. I'm tired. Are you tired, Nick?
Maybe a little.
Yeah. I'm a little miffed. We got paperwork to sign tonight. Paperwork, it's all digital. We got paperwork to sign tonight. So John and I went to Lowe's because one of the things we want to do is we have 4 outside lights on the house, 1 on the front porch, 1 on the back porch, and then 2 beside the garage. And they were all at one point brass looking. I don't know if they're really brass, but they were brass looking. And at this point they're all ugly. I don't know if they were ever really brass. They might have been because they've kind of gotten like a grayish brown color. I don't know. We will look at them when we take them off the house. But the important thing is not whether they're brass or not. The important thing, I mean, that could make them valuable, like, because brass is expensive. But the important thing is that 2 of the 4 don't work anymore. Even when we do swap out the light bulbs, like the one on the back porch just doesn't work at all. Like you swap out the light bulb and it just doesn't work at all. And one of the ones beside the garage, you can change that light bulb and it'll work for like a dozen times that you use the light and then the light bulb blows. So we decided to replace them, especially because the one on the back porch we're going to have to replace because of the fact that it doesn't work at all. So anyway, long story short, we went to Lowe's.
Long story short, we're just going to get rid of all 4 of them.
We're going to replace them. So we went to Lowe's and we found very inexpensive ones because they were on sale. They were $10 a piece. So we bought 4 of them. The next closest in price was like $34 each. So anyway, they're nice. They're black and they are just like a square or rectangle. They're fine. And then we went to Walmart because I needed salad and we ended up buying more than just salad. John needed some coffee. So we got coffee, we got salad, we got canned corn.
I know why.
Because somebody likes corn.
Who? I like actual corn, but not like in a can of corn.
The other day when we had canned corn, you ate 2 helpings of it. Anyway, we got the small cans of corn, so that there wouldn't be too much to eat, but we got the small cans of corn. We got some canned corn. We got some, I got a canned ham, you know, one of those little like DAC hams. I got a canned ham. And, what else did we buy? I bought a heavy whipping cream.
You bought me ramen?
I bought Nick some ramen because we usually buy the 10 packs at Walmart. So we bought him some ramen. And just, you know, whatever. We bought some stuff. Can't remember right now off the top of my head what else we got. But we got corn, we got that. We got heavy, not like heavy whipping cream liquid, but like spray whipped cream. Because Walmart has the sugar-free one that I get. Excuse me. I can't remember what else we got. But anyway, we got a couple of things. And then we came home. And while we were out, we got the email from the mortgage consultant that we needed to sign like all this paperwork, all the disclosures and stuff. So we came home And I started reading through them. And our mortgage consultant got a lot of the information incorrect. Like, first and foremost, we told her we wanted a 30-year mortgage. She put it as a 15-year mortgage. She documented my income incorrectly. Significantly incorrectly. Like, she dropped my income by like 25%. We just got a home equity loan on this house, which again is through that same bank, and she documented that incorrectly. I'm just very confused. Very, very confused. So I sent her an email. It also said that our new house is in a flood zone.
Oh, I thought you said Maryland or Pennsylvania.
No, she said our new house is in a flood zone.
Which is...
And it has a link to where you can look up and find out more information about being in a FEMA flood zone. So I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. We're nowhere, like, there's a lot of underground water near us. We're known to have sinkholes in this area, but we have a lot of springs in the area, like natural springs. There's a creek down the way, there's a pond down the way, which is spring fed. So we know we have a lot of groundwater. We actually have sinkhole insurance on our current home because we know in our neighborhood there is sinkholes. So I go to the FEMA website and you can type in an address, and typed in the address and it came up and it was like, this property is minimal flood risk. It exceeds the 500-year flood zone. I'm like, so this property has not flooded in over 500 years, and for some reason she's giving us a flood disclosure. I am so confused. It's not even funny. It's like, I'm reading this and I'm like, did she do somebody else's mortgage and then just kind of like copy and pasted our name and our address in it?
Probably.
I don't know. I don't know. So I sent her an email. I sent her an email right out of the gate saying, hey, you did a 15-year mortgage. We asked for a 30-year mortgage. And then as I really started reading into it, I was like, you've got all these other things wrong. So I sent a second email then, and I was like, just wondering why you put us being in a flood zone. I looked at the website and it doesn't look like we're in a flood zone. And then I said, you got my income incorrect. Can you confirm whether that's supposed to be net income or gross income? I think it's supposed to be gross income. I said, you got the amount of the loan wrong. So I'm just very, very confused. If there's anybody that I think should be super meticulous about the work that they do, it is anybody that does anything with money. You would think that those people would be very, very meticulous, because this is kind of a big deal, right? I mean, we're talking like a $800 increase in our mortgage payment per month if we go 15 versus 30, which I don't think I'd be necessarily opposed to if we didn't have the mortgage payment here. But because we're going to be holding on to two houses and we're going to have two mortgage payments for a little while, I can't afford that. I mean, I can't. If we only had the one mortgage payment, I could, but I can't afford two mortgage payments if that's $800 more a month. So there's that. Anyway, I'm done ranting. It is 10:10. It's time for Nicholas to go to bed. He's waiting to close out the vlog with me. So today I am thankful that even though some of the paperwork was incorrect, I was able to get through a bunch of the other paperwork. So like all the disclosures, like anytime you open a bank account, you have to sign this disclosure that says you're not going to be giving money to bad people, you know. You have to approve them getting, like, because it's a mortgage, you have to approve them getting access to our tax returns. So I ended up signing everything, all the disclosures I signed, except for the one that had the flood insurance And then there's 2 other signatures she needed, and they were on the mortgage application, or the mortgage estimate that said it was 15 years, and then the mortgage application, which had my income incorrect and that loan value incorrect. So hopefully she can fix those tomorrow morning. Hopefully I can get them signed tomorrow morning, and we'll be done. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Anyway, I am thankful that we are taking another step forward. Nicholas, do you want to say anything that you're thankful for today?
You.
Anything else?
No.
You don't know?
I don't know.
All right. You want to hit it?
So today is brand new day.
I hope tomorrow will be just a little bit better than today.
Hope you have a great day.
And we
We'll
will see you tomorrow.
Report out.
Are you excited to get a new house?
I don't know.
You're not excited to get a new house. But it'll be okay. You'll love it once you're there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.